Alright, so this is how we're going to create a file and push it to the remote GitHub repository for the first time. So we are in our cloned repository, which is the simple project repo. So if we do ls, which will list all the files in our current directory, we'll just have the README that we created when we created the repo. So nothing yet. So the first thing we'll do is create a new file. So we'll do touch test.txt. Touch will just create a file. And then in VS Code, we can do code test.txt. That's so we can open up the file in our editor. And so we'll just do this is a test. And we'll save the file. And so the git workflow is the first thing we'll do is we'll do git add test.txt. This will, what git add does, it basically will select the changes that we want to save to git. So the changes, we created the test.txt file. So we'll git add that. And the next thing is you want to do a git commit. So a git commit will save the changes, so save everything from the git add with the description of what we do. So we'll do git commit -m, which stands for message, I believe. And the message will be test commit. Hit enter. And this is a short description on what the commit is. So this is the commit hash, which is just the identifier for the commit. It's a unique identifier. This is our message right here. And then one file changed, so that's the new file we have. One insertion, which is just the line of text, and then tells you about the commit. So the next thing we would do is a git push. So what the git push will do, or what it should do, is it'll upload the changes to the remote repository. And I said what it should do is because if we try to git push, hit enter, so it'll want your username. So honestly, I forgot where mine was, password. It's not going to work. So even if you have the right username and password, which I forgot what mine are, honestly, but it's going to reject you because you have to authenticate yourself. So the way you tell Git who you are, because at the moment we've only cloned the project, which just takes all the files from the remote repository on our machine. But anybody can do this. Well, our repositories are public, so anyone can, so anyone can do it. But if we want to actually change what's on the repo, so add files, delete files, whatever, we'll have to tell Git who we are. So how we're going to do this is set up SSH keys. So the first thing we'll do is on our machine, we'll generate SSH keys. So you're going to use this command right here. I'll put all this in the description. But what this will do is generate a public and private key. So we're going to give Git the public SSH key, and we'll keep the private on our machine. But you're going to run this. So generating public-private key pair. And this path is important. So enter which file, save the key. I'll do this one. This is the default. Press enter. We don't need a passphrase. Don't need that again. And here it is. So we created the SSH keys. So then what we want to do is we want our public key, which is in this file. So we can copy this. So we can do cat, and cat is a command to display the contents of a file. So we want to display the contents of our public key. So cat, and then paste the public key's location. Press enter. And this giant long thing of text is what we need. So you're going to highlight it, copy it, and now we are going to navigate to our GitHub. So here we are. So what you want to do, let's see if I remember how to do this. You're going to click on your profile icon, scroll down to settings, and then you're going to hit SSH keys. So we don't have any SSH keys yet, which is why we couldn't push our commits, or I guess commit. So we're going to click on new SSH key. Boom. We're going to name it, what's a good name? I don't know. My SSH key. You can probably name it something better than that, but we'll go with that for now. And we are going to paste our SSH key we generated earlier. So, and we will add the key. Oh boy. Okay, I guess I'll probably have to edit this out. Key has been added. So here we go. So now we are going to go back to our VS Code There we are. We can clear this. We don't need it anymore. And so what should happen is, actually let's go back to GitHub real quick. So on GitHub, if we go to our repository, simple project, we can see that all we have is the README. And I filled out the README, but there are no other files in this repository. And going back to our simple project, I did not mean to pull up Discord. Going back to our simple project, as a reminder, we just created this test.txt and we git added and git committed. So the last step is git push, which didn't work for us because we didn't have the SSH key set up. Okay, I forgot one last thing. So we have to set the git remote repository URL. So that is going to be this command. So you do git remote set URL origin, and then you're going to go back to your GitHub. You're going to go to your repository, click on code, SSH, and copy this. So we'll copy it. Navigate back to your editor. Go to this. You're going to paste what we just copied. And this will tell Git, hey, this is where we're trying to push to. So now, if we do git push, we're going to do yes. And we can see that the commit worked. So we'll clear this, navigate back to our repository. There we are. And we're going to refresh this. There it is, test.txt. So we have successfully pushed that file to our remote repository. Wonderful. How do I end the video?